I know I'm going to run into her, and I just didn't want it to be awkward.
I'm curious as to your thoughts on what Andy Cohen said about you not being in the healthiest place, and that sort of taking or being maybe a factor in you not coming back. Have you spoken to him? And if not, what would you want to say to him?
I mean, I haven't spoken to him. I think that's what hurt me so much. I was not in the healthiest place at the reunion. I was less than a year sober. I was still struggling a lot. There was a lot of tension with my cast. I knew what I was getting into, and it wasn't hard. And I was dealing with a lot of stuff in different facets of my life. Right. I wish someone had reached out to me, you know, a month or two ago and been like, hey, how are you? Because although I wasn't in a great place, I've gotten so much better by doing the work. And I think we all go through moments in our life that are tough. We've all had, you know, mental breakdowns or times in our life where we're not okay, but we get better. We do the work, and then we heal. And I wish someone had just said, hey, what's going on now? Are you healing? How are you doing? Because where I was 6 months ago and where I am now are so different. So that did hurt, just because no one took the time to call and ask. Let's
talk about that Kelly Dodd text message thing. I feel bad even asking, because I feel like that was such a violation of your privacy. The fact that she had to post that text exchange. Why do you think she did it, and how did you feel about it?
I don't know why she did it. You would have to ask her. I know that I've only been on the show for 2 years, and this is hard. So I imagine the longer you are on, the harder it is. I'm just gonna assume that. So whatever her emotions are right now, they're probably not, you know, like me. She's probably sad and hurt. So I'm gonna give her a pass for whatever she did, that, you know, for her reasons. I will say though, I thought it was hilarious because like, I mean, I wasn't anything but nice in there. I really was trying to extend an olive branch, because we do live in the same town and we are 1 degree of separation all the time. So I know I'm going to run into her, and I just didn't want it to be awkward. And so I don't know if you saw what I did. I made some t-shirts, and all the proceeds are going to P Flag Newport Beach for their scholarship fund. I'm sober. I'm gay.
I'll be buying one as soon as this interview is over. So, I mean, that is incredible.
It's like, okay, you're going to roll. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to take something that maybe wasn't so pleasant and make it into something good.
Absolutely. That is incredible. I love that, Braunwyn.
Still sober.
You were fired for being gay. Was that sarcasm, or did she really mean that? Because like, that's not acceptable in 2021.
I don't know why she thinks that, because I've never said that.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever implied that anywhere. Like, I know I haven't, because it's not true. So once again, that's something you're going to have to ask her.
Yeah. She mentioned the you bringing politically correct woke BS to the show. Do you think you did that? And if so, do you regret doing that?
Well, first of all, I don't consider being politically correct bullshit. I think that that's where we're all headed. Did I bring a lot of my passion for social justice to the show? Yeah, I did. We all watched George Floyd get murdered in front of us. That affected me. When I did Movement Not a Moment on Bravo, and I listened to the stories that Portia and Candy said, I was, you know, moved and shocked to do something. So did I bring? Yes. Do I think it's bullshit? No, I think that's what we all need to be doing. You know, that's what prompted me to start Amplified Voices on my Instagram. I started doing that, where I share the stories of women of color, of transgender, of LGBTQIA+. These are the stories that we need to hear. As great as it is to tell my story, I am a middle-aged, privileged white woman. You have heard it, you know, I am represented. So for me, it was like, let's tell the stories of other people, and let's bring some attention to the fact that we've kind of, in Orange County especially, been living with our eyes closed under a rock. Like, rip the Band-Aid off. We are white, we are privileged. Let's do something.
I gotta ask, you went on Instagram Live yesterday to address everything. You said that you were in fact fired and that it sucks. How are you feeling about it now?
It still sucks. No, it still sucks. You know, it's been 3 days now. I was really looking forward to showing the other side. You know, I got very raw and honest last year with sobriety, and I think everyone could tell I was struggling and how hard it was. And we stopped filming. I think I was 6 months sober. So I was really looking forward to showing the other side of it, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. Sobriety is fun. Sobriety is beautiful. It's very hard getting sober. And that's all you saw last year was the getting, not the being. And I really do wish that people could see, yes, it takes work. Yes, it's hard. But once you get to the other side, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I agree. I wish you stayed on so we could see that other side, because I think that's so important for people that are going through a sobriety journey. I want to ask about that in a little bit, but in addition to it sucking, are you feeling sad, angry? Like, where are we at 3 days after now?
I'm feeling sad. I'm not angry. I mean, who would I be angry at? I mean, I've had moments of like with myself, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shared too much. I mean, you know, you definitely doubt yourself. I'm very hard on myself. So definitely moments of maybe I should have shared less. Maybe I shouldn't have been so open. You know, I often joke like it would have been easier if I just sold, you know, socks this year. You know, I do know what I did was important. I do know from the DMs and the people that have gotten sober, and from the people that have come out. I mean, I've had people that came out to their parents this year. So I do know what I did was relevant. I wish I could have shared the story, because now I'm not, you know, I'm not struggling with sobriety. I'm sober. I'm not coming out. I'm a gay woman. And I really, really would have loved to have shown that. You know, I wanted to have a gay housewife. We needed one.
Yeah. Yeah, I did too. I was waiting a decade and finally you came along. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. So that's sad. So I'm feeling sad. It's not so much, you know, the job aspect of it, but there's so much more that I have to share. So that's it. And so,
right.
Yeah, still sad.